Just rolled out of this little grocery store called Pure Gold up here in Koreatown. Me and Helen Troy had to get some ingredients. So I'm about to, I picked up this cough over at the hospital. I can't seem to shake it. Been coughing like 3 days. Can't even sleep at night. And I'm not the type of guy to get sick. I never get sick. And I don't take medicine. I don't like medicine. So I gotta whoop up a batch of my special homemade all natural ingredients cure for the common cold and cough. It's the King Marcos Elixir, but they had a couple of ingredients in there that were missing. I'm on the hunt for a fresh coconut and a watermelon. Now they had a goddamn watermelon in there, but that son of a bitch was $6, 300 pesos. That's too much. So we're rolling over here, this local market, and trying to find us a fresh coconut, fresh watermelon to go in my magical elixir. I'm about to go back to the condo and tear this shit up and cure this damn cough that I got going on, my friends. Get runned over here. So anyhow, the kuya at the grocery store told us to come down this little street right here. And what do you say? Take a left at the gas station?
Yeah.
I don't see no gas station down here. Oh, okay, all right. So there is a gas station down here, and we gotta take a left down there. Supposedly a little local market, and we'll see if we can't get us a coconut and a damn watermelon. And folks, you guys, I shouldn't even put this little secret elixir out there, the ingredients. But you know what? I'm going to, because if you're in the West right now, maybe it's cold. Little construction site. You probably got a cold going on yourself, so I'll share my homemade remedy with you. And it's easy to make, but there are several ingredients. And if you follow my step-by-step instructions, it will cure the common cold, cough, flu symptoms, stuff like that, my friends. Alright, get some directions from the ice cream man. I think we got bad directions here. This gentleman here doing a little work up on the scaffolding. Baby, the man said we could walk over here.
Yeah, but said kuya.
Yeah, well, this goes back to never trust directions in the Philippines and never trust a sign. So I don't think that we're going towards the little market that he was telling us about. Baby, I don't see a gas station. All right. Well, folks, I'm going to tell you, if you ask anybody for directions in the Philippines, bless them, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be wrong directions because they really don't know. But in my experience, people will not say I don't know. They won't tell you I don't know. They're going to tell you something to make it look like they know, but they don't know. So perfect example, instead of the guy in the supermarket saying I don't know, he sent us on a wild goose chase, and now we'll be back out here looking around for a coconut. I mean, we know where to go, but we came up to this Pure Gold, and I figured there had to be something nearby, so we'll take a look and see. There's a Sing Sing High Mark. I don't know, baby. If there's nothing at this little mart right here, we'll just go back that way. There's a Vietnamese restaurant, Halong Bay. So we're gonna ask directions for the third time about where there's a little produce market up in this area. You know, Burger King. We just go back the way we came, I reckon, folks. Okay, so this gentleman, okay, get in the jeepney. Well, no shit, I know how to do that. The question was, is there any little produce stands in this area? All he had to do is say no. All right, folks, we will head back down towards the condo. And I know Helen's getting tired of carrying this bag while I run the camera, right? I'll take over the heavy duty work here. No, we ain't got no money for the trike. We walking, baby. We walking. We walking. Don't worry. It's not. I'm fine. I'm just strolling.
You're fine, but you know.
All right, my friends. Hunt down this coconut, this watermelon. Oh, look at that place. It's nice. I don't know what that is, but it looks nice. Welcome something. Friends, we have located a whole coconut right here by the banana queue. So Helen of Troy is gonna get it. Yeah, just one. Get one fresh coconut for my concoction here. Watch this. We are gonna chop it up. Ah! You've been chopping a bunch up over here, folks.
Separate this or no?
Huh? No, it's okay like it is. I just need that juice out of there.
All right, boy.
Yeah, thank you very much. How much, my friend?
35.
35? Okay, so 35 pesos on the fresh coconut. Man, that banana cue looks delicious. So the only thing we're looking for now, my friends, is a watermelon.
Give it 30 because small.
Okay, thank you very much, my friends. All right, we'll come see you again. Thank you.
Oh, you have a discount?
Yay! Folks, we got a 5 peso discount. That might be the first time in Philippines history. Oh, we see a watermelon. Yay! And we got fresh lemons.
35 per kilo.
Okay, so the watermelons are 35 per kilo.
What pa? Ano?
And let's go with the.
What you want?
We'll go with this guy right. Oh yeah. No. Give me a good, yeah.
Seedless? Seedless o may puto? Kahit ano, basta pula, no?
He's picking me one out here. I trust his judgment on it. I am an expert on watermelons, but I'm gonna see what he's got. All right. And let me get 3 lemons. Now, I bought 3 over there, but I want to see what the price is on these here, because they actually look a lot better.
150.
150 for the watermelon.
Yeah.
All right, and then how much we got on the lemons?
25 each.
Okay. What about pineapple?
225.
Pineapple ko yan.
How much a pineapple?
130, sir. 130 each.
130 each.
Yeah.
All right, give us 1 pineapple.
So, only chop na?
Huh?
Chopping na?
Yeah, we'll chop it up.
Yo?
Yeah, we'll chop it up.
Tutenog.
Hinugin ko.
Okay, so how much is this? 130?
130, sir.
All right, 130 on the pineapple.
Umano ng pera.
Let's see the full price here, my friends.
355, sir.
355.
55. Yeah.
I tell you what, give us 2 of those sweet mangoes as well. Folks, I'm on a tear. They got everything I've been looking for here. I'm actually gonna get it. couple of these dudes as well. Pick out a couple of these guys. 1, 2. Let's see. And then 3 of those guys, man. Yeah, folks, this is a good little spot right here we stumbled onto after people gave us the wild goose chase run around. Got bananas too. Okay, we're at 460. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, folks, so all that 462, which is $9. $9 for all that.
$5.30.
All right, folks. So I'm glad we ran into this little spot right here on the corner. You guys got everything that I needed, and where he's at, right here next to this Fresh Options meat shop. It's like you just got a little lean-to going on right here, but fresh fruit. So I will come see this gentleman again right here. All right, thank you, man. Thank you. So I gotta carry the bags. It's too much for Helen and Troy. All right, I'm gonna get it. I'm trying to make a YouTube video, baby. Yeah, don't forget that pineapple. Alright, folks, got tired of walking, carrying a damn pineapple, watermelons, and we're toting around about goddamn 30 pounds worth of fruit. So we decided to jump us a jeepney, zoom on down to the condo. It's time for me to cook up this remedy, get rid of this cough I got going on. A quick little jeepney ride, folks. We got plenty of exercise. Huh? How much? 20. 20? Alright, so 10 pesos each on the jeepney ride, my friends. How much is it? It's 9 pesos?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, so it's 9 pesos, but I don't want the 2 pesos back. So just say 10 pesos each, you can't beat that. Well, right here, folks, is the Clarkson Hotel. And I just realized, well, according to their sign, they have some German beer on draft. And I was gonna pull in there, but there's a sign on the wall that says dress code. No shorts, no tank tops, no sandals. And I happen to be wearing shorts at this Pan Am bar right here. See that little sign that says they got draft beer? But I will head back over there, put some pants on. I will head back over there. Let's take a look at some of the Korean bars up here. Way back in the day. I don't even talk about that. I just say, you know what? All these right in here are Korean bars. If you're Korean, you're most welcome. If you're not Korean, go at your own risk. And there's the orange bar. Mostly in Korean, but there is right there one thing that says orange. Right here by the gas station. And back at Horizon Tower. Be sure to check out my video about this little bakery right here. Blanchette's next to the cottage kitchen. Right there, American style. Alright, my friends. I want to welcome you to my cooking show, but I don't know if you call this a cooking show. I'll just tell you how this little episode came about. I've been over at the hospital here, right here in the Philippines, And we were at the hospital for 3 days while my kid was being born. And apparently at the hospital, I picked up a little cough, a little bug or something. And I'm the type of dude, I don't get sick. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I count the number of times in my life on one hand when I've really been sick. And damn, looking out the condo here, I'm overlooking Clark Airfield. A couple ospreys just took off from over there. So it looks like the U.S. Marines are in town. All right, cool. Anyhow, I'm here in Angeles City in the Philippines, chilling right now. Welcome you to my channel, Overstay Road. And my name is Marcos. So folks, hey, I'm trying to make a YouTube video over here. Come on. Folks, you know, I got 2 Filipinas and they are so loud. I'm talking, they are so loud that this is the quiet the condo has been, but they can't be loud or they can't be quiet for more than 2 or 3 minutes, and they're going to talk. Even when I'm doing a YouTube video, they're going to start talking. So if you hear all this cackling at the garlic in the background, hey, that's just the life living with 2 Filipinas, you know. Anyhow, so I was over at the hospital and apparently picked up a little cough for some reason. I can't shake it. It's like the past 3 nights I haven't been able to sleep. I've just been coughing all night, which has worked out good for these ladies because I stayed up with the baby all night while they slept. I couldn't sleep anyhow. So, excuse me, shit, you see what I mean? This whole video is going to be jacked up because I'm coughing. I got the sniffles, drainage. I'm like, what the hell's going on, you know? And at first I chalk it up, it's these damn jeepney fumes here. I mean, here in the Philippines, you know, especially in Angeles City, I mean, you can't go down the street without just inhaling diesel fumes from these jeepneys and these little shitty ass motorbikes these idiots ride around on. And hey, I'm not saying anything against motorbike, but I have a motorbike. That's not the point. The point is here, you got these fucking shitheads put these mufflers on there, you know, and they're old piece of shit spewing out smoke. So I mean, it's a downside to being in this area is the fumes. I mean, it's like horrible here in Angeles City. God damn. I mean, it's like, what? Is it like a fucking requirement that you have a vehicle that belches smoke? I mean, to ride on the roads? I don't know what it is, but like you go to other parts of the Philippines, it's not this bad. Anyhow, I got this fucking cough. I can't get rid of it. I'm not the type of guy that takes medication. I don't take drugs. I never have, I never will. I don't believe in pharmaceuticals unless it's absolutely necessary to save my ass. I am, however, a heavy beer drinker, and I do love Jack Daniels, margaritas, and craft beer, German beer. I'm a big drinker, but I don't do drugs. So when people say, hey, go to the pharmacy, you know, get this to clear it up, I'm not interested in feeding the fucking pharmaceutical industry and pumping chemicals down this fucking temple right here, okay? What I like to put in this temple is all natural, like this beer. That's fucking natural, okay? So I say, you know what? You know, my grandfather was a good man. He was actually, you know, involved in the church. He was a deacon in the church, lived in a dry county, never drank. But if you knew where to look in that man's kitchen, and the bottom cabinet over to the right, corner cabinet way back in the back, you had to reach way back there, you would find a bottle of Jack Daniels, my friends. He didn't want nobody to know, and he didn't drink. That bottle of Jack Daniels was for making cough remedy, cold remedy. You know, you take that Jack Daniels, mix it with some peppermint candy, melt it down on the stove, and that's how, you know, a lot of people where I'm from the backwoods of Mississippi, that's how they got rid of a cold or a cough. So today, I'm gonna put my own spin on this homemade, all natural, no chemicals, no pharmaceuticals involved. I'm about to try to cure my own cough, cold, flu, whatever this shit I got going on. Or I haven't even been able to pump out any videos in the past couple days. I've been coughing so much I can't even talk to the damn camera. But I'm about to come up with a concoction that is going to take the world by storm. I could put the goddamn pharmaceutical industry out of business, because this shit right here is going to cure your cough, cold, flu-like symptoms, and this shit might cure Ebola. I don't know. Well, we're gonna try it out. This is gonna be a very long video, like most of my videos are. And if you're not into long videos, you might be at the wrong place. Okay? And probably by the end of this video, there's a good probability I will be drunk. The swearing, the cursing will increase. The commentary may not make sense. And that's just the way it is. Okay? So if you thought you were going to come here for a 2-minute video on how to cure your cold and run back, you know, to your job because you were in fucking stall number 2 taking a shit, and you know, no, folks, that's not the way my channel works. A lot of my subscribers, they love the long videos. They said don't change a thing. Some people complain they're too long, but like I tell everybody, I do what the fuck I want to do, and I'm gonna make this video at my speed, if not for anything else, so I can replicate this magical elixir that's gonna cure this damn cough and cold that I got going on, my friends. So I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients. Well, maybe as we go. But first part of this video, myself and the beautiful Helen of Troy, we rolled out. Went up to this little place called Pure Gold. A little grocery store, a little small size grocery store. I picked up most of everything we needed. But the damn watermelons up there were like 300 something pesos. They were like $6.50, some shit like that. And they didn't have any coconuts, so I was on the hunt for a watermelon and a coconut after we left there, as you could, I guess you've already seen in the preview to this. But we did locate a fresh coconut, and what I'm after is that juice in there. After I extract that juice from my elixir, I will let the ladies chop that up and go to town on that fresh coconut meat in there. Okay, a couple fresh mangoes. That's not for my elixir here. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, there we go. I need these lemons. I got some fresh lemons from that little market. And oh shit, damn, bruised the hell out of that piece right there. He's not in the video. Sorry, man, you're not invited to this party. So folks, as I'm getting the ingredients out, Chips Ahoy, that's not in the elixir. That's for these Filipinos here because they love them chocolate chips. And I like to take care of my ladies. Now I went with a backup can of coconut milk just in case I need some more, but I prefer the fresh. But in case I couldn't find, what the hell are these cupcakes? I didn't authorize that. Okay, in case I couldn't have found the fresh coconut, I do have some backup coconut milk. Okay, I got Lipton regular tea. I've got some honey. All right, there's that chicken fries not in this mix. God damn, I went up there for the sole purpose of making this elixir, and I came back with all kind of stuff. So I suspect when I wasn't looking. Helen of Troy was sneaking shit into my cart up there when I wasn't watching. All right, folks. Let me get this stuff out here and just see where we stand on the list of ingredients. And I will run through them one by one. And I'm a little jacked up already. I've been drinking a little beer here. And matter of fact, baby, can you hand me that other Corona out of there? And I'm going to put the list down in the description, or else I'll put a link to my website. You go to markblackard.com and check it out. Let me go to the main ingredients of this little concoction. Watermelon juice, coconut juice, pineapple juice, okay, 3 lemons. We're gonna put honey in here. We're gonna put tea, and I already see, where's the green tea? Are we missing the green tea? Did she not put it in the cart? I had regular tea and green tea. Helen of Troy, baby, come over here and do a search for that small box of green tea. I know we had 2 types of teas. I don't see it here. Remember we had a small box of green tea? Maybe I'll miss it when I was unpacking my shit over here. Let's go through those bags over there. Sorry folks, but we had green tea and we had regular tea. And I'm not seeing my green tea. Okay. Alright, well somehow, some way, the green tea may not make it into this little, and that's a problem, because I really wanted to go with the green tea. Alright, we'll figure it out. I got tea, I got honey, got a little cinnamon powder, I got a motherfucking cantaloupe. Yeah. Used to eat cantaloupe all the time. We're going with a little ginger. And folks, I'm going to chop up some of these hot peppers. And they're going in the mix. And you might be thinking, man, this guy is crazy. Well, that's probably true. Baby, can you hand me that Corona out of there? Because I'm thirsty already. Shit. Get in. And then what I'm going to do, my friends, I'm going to cook this concoction in the rice cooker. Just because it's about the right size of a pot. And why mess around, you know? Just cooking in the rice cooker. Be good to go. In the essence of time, I'm just going to put a little salt down the hatch on that Corona. I need a lime, a little calamansi in there, but okay. So you may be asking yourself, how did you think up this concoction, right? How did I come up with this concoction? Well, I talked to my mom earlier today, and she was telling me basically to go with my grandfather's recipe, right? Which is nothing more than the Jack Daniels and the peppermint candy. And I said, well, that's kind of too easy. And that candy, I'm not sure I'm cool with that candy. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know what they put in that candy. I want to go all natural. So folks, what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna gut this watermelon just as easily and efficiently as I can without cutting my ass. And I'm not taking the time to de-seed this thing, because what I'm going to do after this cooks, I mean, it's easy for me to just oh yeah. So
Look at that. Watermelon going in the rice cooker. I ain't worried about them seeds. I'm gonna get them seeds out later. Give me a small knife. Scrape this joker out here. Still got a lot of good meat up in this rind. And you know, I'm gonna cut deep into this rind too. You know, I grew up in the backwoods of Mississippi. Me and my grandfather, pretty much on a nightly basis, would eat watermelon. And I'm gonna tell you, when we got done with watermelon, there wasn't no red meat left on it, folks. We eat that thing down into the rind and then some. So don't be afraid to get that juice from the rind up in there. That's what I'm doing. This is a nice juicy watermelon too. We really scored. I'm so glad I didn't buy the watermelon in the damn pure gold, because it didn't look this juicy, and that damn thing was twice what I paid outside at the little store. So folks, that's all I'm doing. First ingredient, watermelon juice. Okay, and I'm not talking about some damn shit you buy in a can over at 7-Eleven. I'm talking about a real watermelon. Just get it over in the rice cooker. That's all you got to do. If you're wondering, yes, I did wash my hands before I started this cooking show. All right, try to get that bad boy out of there. Look at that, folks. Extraction. I feel like I'm a damn surgeon. Just took out I'm doing a heart transplant over here. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Just cut this red meat out of there. Scrape this out. Get down to the rind. Man, I could just sit here and eat this whole damn watermelon as is. But that in itself ain't gonna cure my cold. Ooh, that juice is coming out fresh. All right, I'll make a couple slices and just chop this man up just a little bit. All right, and you know what? That might be enough on the watermelon. So I'm gonna put that on hold. And folks, I'm going to the next one. So we got fresh watermelon juice, and then look what I'm going with. Oh yeah. Fresh from the coconut. I showed you earlier how that kuya just chop it up, stuck the straw down in there. So here we go, folks. See that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it over there. We're just pouring that coconut in there. Just pour all that coconut in there. It's taking a minute because that's not a very big hole. I don't know if you can see that too well. Maybe I need to move my rice cooking pan over here. There we go. I think now we can see that better. But I'm just taking that coconut and I'm pouring that coconut over this watermelon juice. And that is fresh. How's the audio, Helen of Troy? Okay, all right, I got Helen of Troy over here monitoring the audio. Make sure we got good audio on this video, my friends. Using my Sennheiser mics. I'm shooting on this old Sony camcorder. It's about 6 years old, but it is a champion. And we're shooting 1080p. And I can't remember if we're shooting 24 frames or 60. I was gonna change it to 60p, but I don't remember if I changed it. Maybe still be shooting 24 frames. All right, so I'm gonna use all of this coconut milk. When I say coconut milk, coconut juice, folks, this is like the clearest. I mean, that is like nature's water right there. And don't think that we're gonna throw this coconut away. After this video, we're gonna chop this thing up and we're gonna go to town on the meat inside. But there we go. So right now, what we're working with in this elixir, watermelon, coconut, that's it. There isn't anything else to the fucking story. 2 ingredients, watermelon, coconut. No goddamn preservatives. No dyes. All right. Now that pineapple right there. Helen, how much do we pay for this? 130 pesos?
130.
We pay 130. That's $2 and what is that? $2 and shit. It's less than $3 for that Coke or for that pineapple right there. Now, I'm not an expert pineapple carver, my friends, but I'm gonna get what I need out of this bad boy. Like my wife cut that fish up on a previous video. There was no science to what she did to that fish. She laid the fish out, chop, 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 ripped out some guts, threw it in the pan. That was it. So I'm not gonna waste too much of my time trying to surgically get into this pineapple. You know, all I'm gonna do is make a few chops. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the most efficient way to do it, but all I want to do is just get this damn skin off of here in the most efficient manner. And I learned this technique right here back in cooking school, back years ago, and I'll eat that off there. I don't think I'm gonna waste that, but back in cooking school, I'm just kidding, I ain't never been to no fucking cooking school. Nor do I think anybody really needs to go to cooking school. Take that fresh pineapple. Just get it in the mix. Man, that thing's just full of juice. So you might be thinking, this dude ain't making no elixir. He's making goddamn fruit cocktail. Well, I can see how you would think that. But folks, we're just getting started. Just think about all the natural properties of what I've already put in there. And I'm not gonna sit here and start quoting what they have in it, right? You can look that shit up. You're sitting on your computer or your phone right now. Just hit pause and Google fucking pineapple health benefits, watermelon health benefits, coconut juice health benefits, and you educate yourself on what this stuff right here is about to do for the Marquitos and his cold. All right, I'll get that out later. I think that's enough on the pineapple. There's enough on the pineapple. And let's go to the next one. Lemons. Got to put some lemons in here. Now these I'm gonna squeeze. Let me wash them off. I'm gonna squeeze these guys, but I'm also gonna let it cook. I'm squeezing out the lemon juice, but I'm gonna cook everything. And folks, there is so much juice on here, I'm just gonna drain it off into the pot. Don't want to lose any of the juice. So I'm taking these lemons, squeeze all the juice out. And you'll see a lot of these remedies online. They'll just call for lemons and honey. And that might work. Might work well. But that's not what I'm going for. So I'm squeezing out the juice of these lemons. I think I'm just going to go with 2. I'm going to save that lemon right there. So I'm going to go with a total of 2 lemons. And we'll see how that works out for us. If I need to add some juice at the end of it, I can always do that. Oh yeah, put all that stuff in there. Squeeze that lemon down. And just drop it in there. Now folks, at this point, in the essence of getting this party started, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting heat to this little concoction. Just to give you a visual before I start putting the heat to it. Look at that. That is some pure vitamin, and pick a fucking letter, okay? Vitamin A down to goddamn Z. I promise you. Alright, and why am I cooking in the rice cooker? Folks, I cook a lot of stuff in the rice cooker, you know? This rice cooker's easy. Put it on, that's hot. Eventually it'll try to flip itself over to warm. Alright? But it's just easy, simplicity. Alright. Hit the cantaloupe. I wasn't gonna go with the cantaloupe till I ran into the cantaloupe up at the store, and I said, you know what? I could put a little bit of cantaloupe in there. I used to eat the hell out of cantaloupe. I mean, I think that's another thing we ate nightly. We ate cantaloupe and watermelon. We'd eat cantaloupe with a meal, and after a meal we'd go sit on the front porch and you know, eat watermelon. That's what we did. Great times, best times of my life, hanging out on that porch with my grandfather. All right, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of cantaloupe in there, because the rest of the cantaloupe is gonna be saved for when we actually consume this. And the recommended dosage of this concoction, as prescribed to you by Dr. Marcos. Alright, well, alright, so there's 3 pieces of cantaloupe going in the mix. Dude here being a little stubborn, so I can get the knife back on his ass. Okay. Folks, you know, I'm sniffling. I know it's not good for the audio, but why do you think I'm taking the time to go ahead and make this concoction? It's because I feel like shit. My voice is gone most of the day. And it's hard to be a YouTube guy when you can't talk to the camera and you're always coughing. So there's the purpose of this video. Alright, so a little cantaloupe going in there. Alright, give me a sack for these seeds. Yeah, so, and folks, this is just gonna turn out to be one of my, it's just one of my little creations here. My mom kept telling me, no, don't do all that. Just use my remedy. Use my remedy first. I'm like, Mom, I already got an idea in my head, and I got to do it. I'm gonna make a video. Now, folks, I did intend on adding green tea, but somehow or another, either somebody swiped it out of my sack, the girl didn't put it in my sack. The damn green tea is missing. And I probably should check the trash can. Maybe somebody accidentally threw it away. Now here's what I'm gonna go with. I'm going with three tea bags, just Lipton tea. And again, I was gonna add, you know what, this is a big pot, let's make it 4. I was gonna go with the green tea, and it is listed in my mind as an ingredient, but somebody fucking ganked it out of my cart somehow. Okay, so as we let this heat up, we're still working with a very important two very important ingredients that I think are gonna help me get rid of this damn cold. All right. The first thing is ginger. Now look, if you're not familiar with ginger, you just do a little research on your own about ginger and the properties that this root has, and you'll understand why it is going to be an ingredient. And then these hot peppers right here, that right there is, for in my mind, it's going to help with this drainage. It is going to help drain all of this shit that's in the back of my throat. It's just going to open up my sinuses and help me breathe better tonight. Okay, so I'm going to wash these peppers off. And you may be saying, oh man, that's not for me. Why would I want to spice up that fruity drink? Folks, this ain't, the purpose of this is not to make you a damn pina colada and you're sitting out by the beach. I'm trying to cure this cough, cold, flu-like symptoms, whatever, you know, whatever this is that's plaguing me. And I think the spice is necessary. And think about it, you know, when you chow down on some, what do you call that, wasabi. You know, I had some wasabi over in Subic Bay when Crazy Mike was here, and we went and we ate those tuna steaks. Folks, you know, when you have that wasabi, how it's just so damn, whatever it is, that whatever wasabi does, but it just basically clears out your sinuses, you know, after it tears you up. But afterwards you're like, wow, man, I can breathe better now. So I started to actually go and incorporate some type of wasabi into this, and I said, no, to kill the taste. But I was over in Bangkok. You can check out the video called The Mexican. Now, The Mexican is a restaurant. That's the name of it, The Mexican. Great food right there near Nana Plaza in Bangkok. Check out that video. But one of the things that gentleman had on the menu was called a habanero, and it's basically his own version. It's a spicy margarita with habanero peppers, and I could not get enough of that thing. It would burn, but it wasn't to the point that it was overbearing. But when I was drinking that habanero, it was like clearing out my sinuses. I was like, holy shit, that's one of the reasons I liked it. I could just, I was breathing better, you know. It wasn't burning, it was a good burn. And I said, you know what, I have to put some type of spice in this concoction to help clear out those nasal passages so I can breathe better. It may not actually be part of the cure, but I think it is necessary. Now, these peppers right here, see if the green ones are any hot. They're not hot at all for me. They're not making it into the mix here. Only these red ones. So I'm chopping these guys up to where they got more surface area to exact their spice onto this mixture. So I'm going to shake them in the top. And I know the ladies are probably like, oh shit, we ain't drinking that now. But if they get a cough, they will want to drink this. Alright, so putting all these peppers in here. And the rice cooker, you know, it's a rice cooker. Kind of slow to heat up. But once it gets going, it will get going. Now this ginger root right here, that ginger, I've actually made some tea when I was over in Thailand. I was just playing around. I was making some tea with it. Actually dried some out. Now folks, this shit is very expensive if you try to buy ginger in the West, you come over to Southeast Asia, at least Thailand, you know, well, here in the Philippines too, this stuff is cheap. It's fairly cheap, and you know, you can pick it up at any local market, and it's no big deal. But I was looking at some of the companies that make this as tea and sell it, and man, they're making a lot of money off this ginger. You know, I guess it's expensive over in the States. Here, not so expensive. But I did a little research on the medicinal and the properties of it, and it's got a lot of good properties to it. I'm not going to sit here and try to talk technical talk, but if you will just do your own research on the ginger, you'll realize what I'm talking about. And I like to chop this up into smaller pieces so it has more surface area when it boils. Alright, so we got a little ginger going in the rice cooker. How we doing on the audio there, Helen of Troy?
Good.
Alright, thank you, baby. And as far as the skin, the rind, the whatever of the ginger. Okay, a lot of times, folks, you know, like with a potato, I don't peel the skin on a potato. I eat the skin. But with this ginger, what I discovered is you really do need to peel. You need to make sure that you get this brown skin off of it, because I've tried it in tea and I've dried it and it just jacks it up. You got to get the skin off, or it's going to jack up the flavor of the ginger. Got my wife creeping in over on the refrigerator. I'm not sure what she pulled out of there. She's got something over there on the couch trying to sneak something in over there. Man, that ginger is strong, smelling good. All right, I'm gonna go one more on the ginger. One more slice here. It's like I said, folks, I'm tired of playing around. It's been 3 damn days. 3 days, and this cough and this shit has not went away. You know, and I blame it on these damn jeepneys, but I was at the hospital for 3 days. Who the hell knows what I could have picked up over there. And it could be allergies, but I don't think so. All right, so there we go. Now, if you can see that from the camera angle, take a look at that. That's as far as I can tip it, because that thing is full of juice. It's full of juice, and that joker's gonna get to boiling here. Okay. And you say, what are we down to? Well, folks, we're down to basically what we're gonna put the tea bags in here. Once that starts boiling, I'm gonna stick the tea bags in there. But we do have honey, a brown sugar, Jack Daniels, and I'm gonna put a little bit of cinnamon powder. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna put that in the mix or if I'm gonna make this afterwards. But this is not just one dish. This is like a treatment modality that you're gonna understand once everything gets completed. All right, I'm gonna take a small break, wait for this to boil. Thanks for joining me. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, folks, in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, just hit that Overstay Road sign, become a subscriber. Click that bell so you get notified. I do live streams every now and then. I don't want to announce them, I don't really schedule it, so click the bell so it'll let you know I'm live. Alright, folks, been about 10-15 minutes. Let the kitchen clean up here, and our cauldron over here is starting to boil. What I'm doing is just taking my trusty wooden spatula. I'm just kind of chopping through this as it boils. And once I get this kind of sort of pureed, not pureed, but kind of chopped down a little bit, I'm gonna throw the tea bags in there. And I'm gonna tell you, this smell coming off of here is some kind of fresh. Just what a great concoction that we got going on here, folks. This juice, all this magic going on, and what I'm about to do, this is definitely gonna help my cold and cough. I'm telling you. Let me bring the camera over here. All right, check that out right there. That is the cauldron of goodness that is gonna cure my cough and cold right here. So I'm gonna use that spoon right there and just kind of reduce it down. And then we're gonna add the tea bags. And at the end, folks, I'll show you what we're gonna do. We'll let this simmer for a while. All right, so again, just reducing this down, a little chopping motion here. I mean, obviously I'm not doing anything to the lemons I put in there, and the pineapples are a little stiff, but that watermelon, the cantaloupe, everything else, I mean, it's just turning into a beautiful liquid soup. And oh yeah, that ginger is like taking over as the ruling smell. If it weren't for that ginger, I mean, everything would be fruity, but that ginger comes in and it is strong, it is potent, and it is leading the way. But again, we're not here to make fruit cocktail. We're not making a goddamn fruit cake for Christmas, my friends. We're trying to cure this cough, cold, whatever the hell it is that I got going on, I can't get rid of. All right, so I think we've reduced it down enough. So I'm going with four tea bags. They're just Lipton tea. And again, I wanted to go with the green tea. Something happened to my green tea. Maybe it fell out on the floorboard of the damn jeepney. But I definitely had it in the cart, so who the hell knows what happened to it. And I'll just dunk the tea bags down into the mix. There we go. So I got 4 tea bags in there, slowly starting to come to a boil. And you know, if you have a home remedy, I mean, obviously a lot of people are on this video right now because they're trying to solve the same problem. Leave your own home remedy down in the comments. Maybe you got something better than what I got going on. But I am sure, hoping, and I am confident, folks, by tomorrow, I'm gonna be feeling fresh. I'm gonna be feeling crisp. I'm gonna be ready to get back down to business. I haven't been down to CPI Call Shop in, what, a week now. I'm really missing my craft beer. Haven't been to Tequila Reef to get my margarita. And you know, for good reason. Like I said, I was locked down waiting on my wife to give birth, and she did. We spent 3 days in the hospital. Now we're here. And our baby's doing well. And again, because I can't sleep because of this cough, so I've been staying up with him all night. Let the lady sleep, but the next morning I'm a damn zombie, you know? Oh shit, here we go. you know. And if I have been partying and chasing ladies and doing my typical stupid shit when I got buddies in town, I would, you know, there'd be no telling why I'm sick right now. But folks, I've been chilling for over a week, so I had to pick it up in the hospital, or it's just a reaction to all these damn jeepney fumes going back and forth to the hospital. I don't know. I'm just ready to get this shit out of the way, where I can go run 5 or 10 kilometers and just get back to feeling good. That's Corona number 2 down the hatch. I think at this point I'm out of beer, so I'm gonna have to swap over to Jack and Coke until this brew is ready to go. I'll just give these tea bags another little jolt down into the juice there. I just think that the symbiotic relationship between all these fruits, roots, tea, spices that I'm putting into this elixir is going to create some kind of magical jump start to my immune system, wipe this shit out and get to feeling better. All right, folks, I'll go ahead and stop the video. I'm probably going to let this cook because it's sizzling right now. It's boiling, and I want this to boil for a while because I want that tea. I might actually add another couple of tea bags. This is a big pot here, but that is getting up to a rolling boil. I just want that shit to boil down because I am after the symbiotic relationship that's going to be contained in the liquid. It's going to go in that motherfucking Mickey Mouse cup right there and cure the king of all these ailments. All right, we'll give it 15 minutes. Already kill the heat to it. Just slowly stop simmering here. That's the mix right there. That's the mix. And then once Helen gets over here to hold the camera, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Because this is the last step. And we got the honey, Jack Daniels, a little cinnamon powder, brown sugar. So let me get her to hold the camera. And it's time. I'm going to take this here Mickey Mouse cup and just come on over here. Just follow me over here, Helen. And folks, this is still hot. So what I'm going to do is just dip this in here. I got little seeds floating around because I didn't do a great job weeding out the seeds, but that's okay. And I'm just going to press it down, and got me about a half a cup. All right, so let's come over here and set this guy down. Look at that steam coming off of there, folks. You just take a look down in there before I add it almost looks like tomato juice. Almost looks like tomato juice, but here's what we're going to do. So just focus right there. Let me get the scissors. Okay, what I'm going to add is a spoonful of brown sugar to sweeten this guy up. I should have put this in some type of container, but I'm going to go with a big spoonful of brown sugar because I want this to taste delicious. I don't know what size spoon this is. It's just a big spoon. Alright, so there's a big spoonful of brown sugar, maybe a little bit more. Maybe like a spoon and a half of brown sugar. going down the hatch in this elixir. Now, that was a big spoonful. And I'm gonna go for a big spoon full of honey. I guess I should have just poured that on there. You know what, let's make it 2. So there's 1. Let's see if that heat will take that off. Oh yeah, did nicely. There's 2. All right, so we got 2 big spoons full of honey going into the mix. And that honey is delicious. I don't know how to say it. Long Nessie honey, whatever. It's got Arabic written on there, so it's imported from the Middle East. All right, folks, we're gonna stir that up. I'm putting the honey and the sugar in there, while it's hot, we're melting that down. And we've got peppers floating in there, some seeds. That's okay. You can see that there. We got peppers, a few seeds in there, not a big deal. Now, a little bit of cinnamon powder. When I say a little bit, I'm talking just a little bit. So I'm using this small spoon right here. Just a tinge of cinnamon powder. And you can flavor that as to your liking. And we're stirring that up. Now, folks, I don't have a shot glass or a measuring glass, whatever. So I had to go over here to my baby's bottle collection, and I realized that it's got a, obviously it's got measurements on there. So what is that? 2? Is that?
Yeah.
That's 2. What is that? 2 ounces? Shit, that's too small for me to see.
Yeah, 2.
All right, so that's 2 on the baby bottle. And I'm pouring from this big ass bottle of Jack Daniels here, 3 liters. Thanks to my buddy Benny the Mac from Australia. Thank you very much. So I want to fill up, okay, a little bit more, but we're saying 2 ounces. Okay, can you see down in there? And we're putting 2 ounces of Jack Daniels in that mix. I told my wife be sure to rinse that out before she puts milk in there. And folks, that's the final product right there. That's the final product. And I'm going to set that there. But there is one more treat that is part of the treatment modality, and that is a chocolate bar. Okay, you can do your own research about how chocolate supposedly has its own health benefits and whatever. I was going for a Hershey. They didn't have it. This is Goya. I think this is made in the Philippines. Regardless, it's chocolate. And Dr. Mark has ordered 1 glass of his special elixir and 1 bar of chocolate in the Mickey Mouse glass. Oh yeah, and that's hot, folks. That is hot. Okay, there we go. So that's the final product. I know it took some work to get to this point, but I do believe that this is going to cure me. And I'm going to test it out. So let me stop the video and I'm going to go kick back on the couch. I'm going to test this out. Folks, this thing is still piping hot. So I don't know if I can even, I may have to let it cool down a little bit. Let me see if I can get a sip here. Oh man, that is spicy. I didn't think that I had enough peppers in there, but I promise you that's enough peppers. It's not killing me, but I do feel the spice. Now, the chocolate has several purposes. Number one, if you read about the properties of chocolate, they say that chocolate is better for a cold or cough or things like that than any other ingredient in here. If this is going to burn too much, once you take a drink, if it starts burning, just hit some chocolate. It's going to help you. And the third thing, probably the best property about this chocolate is it's fucking delicious. Who the hell wouldn't want to eat chocolate, right? And try to claim that it's going to cure their cold or whatever. So, you know, three things. The health benefits help take down the spice. And number three, it's delicious. Now, the peppers I don't mind. The seeds, you know, I could have done a better job with the watermelon seeds and some of the seeds, getting those out of there. I don't care about that, but if you do the work up front, you don't have the seeds floating in there. I'm going to tell you, that is so delicious right there. You can taste the Jack Daniels, but you can't. You can taste the peppers, but you can't. You can taste the ginger, but you can't, because it's taken on its own little flavor. Now the danger in this, I just put 2 ounces of Jack in there. I could drink this whole thing down and not feel like there's Jack Daniels in it. I mean, it's hot, so I gotta drink it slow, but if I put this shit over some rocks on ice, you can drink this shit like Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness. Getting them little seeds. And again, it's a little bit of burn. I don't have to have this chocolate. I mean, I'm just putting the flavor with it, but it's a little bit of burn. I can already feel like the drainage, like draining down the back of my throat because of that spice. So tomorrow is going to tell. Tomorrow will let us know if this shit was effective or not, or if it's just all in your head. But I would much rather try this, natural remedies, you know, along with time, to let it run its course, than to go down there and start pumping my body full of medications, feeding the pharmaceutical company. Oh yeah. Flavor with that chocolate, it's like a dessert. Whoa. That sip was spicy. If I didn't have this chocolate in my mouth, I would have felt it. So folks, that's my own concoction right there. I'll put the recipe on my website. I'll put a link down in the description. But I'm gonna give you an update tomorrow whether or not this is making me feel better, if I'm still coughing all night, or if it really helped me out. But I do feel a little bit of drainage going on. And what's responsible? Is it the Jack Daniels? Is it the chocolate? Is it the spices? I don't know, and I don't care. I just want to be able to sleep tonight instead of coughing all, you know, every 3 minutes coughing. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. And I hope you got something out of this video. Maybe it just made you think, hey, next time I get a cold or a cough, I'm not gonna just start popping pills and whatever. I think the best thing is time, and just to let your own body's immune system take care of it. But my throat just felt like it had like 3-4 little hairs in the back of it, just tickling the hell out of it. You know what I'm talking about? You just can't clear your throat. You just keep coughing. If this drink does nothing more than just clear that itch, I'll let the rest ride it out on time. All right, folks, I'm gonna go now. I promise to cook these ladies dinner tonight. I'm cooking them pork chops on the grill out on the balcony, and they are chomping at the bit for me to get that started. So again, thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next adventure, the next video, next live stream. Peace out, my friends. Now, folks, to give you a quick follow-up, this is 24 hours later after I took my secret elixir. Now, when I left you on the balcony, I took two doses, you know, 2 Mickey Mouse cups full, and you know, temporarily like did sort of relieve my cough a little bit. Last night, I woke up maybe one time coughing. This morning, it was still a little bit better, but I said, you know what, let me hit it with 2 more doses. So this morning I sat here, I hit 2 more doses, and throughout the day I've coughed maybe once or twice. Right now, folks, I am on the comeback trail. For, you know, several days now, this shit was catching up with the dog, catching up with the king. But I think my elixir, whether it was the elixir or it was just time for this shit and it had run its course, or it's purely psychological. Folks, the King Marcos magical secret elixir with Jack Daniels has put me on the comeback trail. I can talk, I can breathe, I'm gonna be able to sleep again tonight, and I am back in action. I am fucking resurrected, and I am feeling much better. So if you wanna, if you're feeling like, feeling flu symptoms, cough, cold, all that, I mean, by all means, consult your doctor, medical professional. Do what they tell you. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not here giving medical advice. And other than trying this shit out on myself, and 24 hours later, I do feel better. I have no other empirical evidence to prove that my elixir will cure anything. However, 24 hours later, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. And in the future, if I start getting any cough, cold, I'm whipping up a batch of my secret elixir, and I'm gonna start hitting it early. I'm not gonna wait. And do your research. Do your research on each individual ingredient. And I'm sure there'll be arguments down in the comments. Oh, it was the honey because of this. Oh, it was the ginger because of this. Hey, that's all good, folks. So if you read about these individual ingredients and all their medicinal and health, you know, all their properties, their I don't know, what do you call it, physical, chemical properties. Anyhow, the reaction, how they react, how they affect your body, how your body reacts to these individual ingredients and why. You're gonna say, damn, at least if it wasn't the honey that will cure me, it's the ginger. If it's not the ginger, it's the Jack Daniels. Why leave it to chance? I just threw all that stuff in there. It's got a delicious taste to it, and it worked for me. Here I am 24 hours later, got a little bit of drainage, but I don't have a cough. I can breathe, and tonight I'm sure, well, I got a newborn baby in the house, so I'll sleep as much as little whippersnapper allows me to. But I'm feeling much better. So if you decide to whip up a batch of the King's secret magical elixir, let me know in the comments down below how it works out for you. But I will say this, 1 cup is not going to do it. You know, I hit 2 cups last night and 2 cups this morning, so I think that's the best treatment modality. But make sure you follow up with chocolate each cup. I don't think you need to eat a full chocolate bar. I would say per cup you eat half a chocolate bar, and that's going to do you right, my friends. And if there's a lot of background noise, I got Helen of Troy in here cooking up some pork chops. I got my wife over here talking to her family on speakerphone while I'm trying to make a YouTube video. Because you know why? What else would go on, right? Why would we talk normal on the phone or use an earpiece when I'm trying to shoot a YouTube video? Let's use a speakerphone. Alright? Welcome to my world. Thanks for joining me. I will see you on the next video, the next live stream, the next adventure. Peace out, my friends.